is add 300 grams of a surfactant to the geyser. It's very similar to soap, and it looks like that. So slightly slippery like soap. So what that does is beneath us there are two chambers that hold about 26,000 litres of water. The bottom chamber is very hot with temperatures up to about 160 degrees Celsius, and above that is a smaller, cooler chamber. The upper chamber acts like a pressure valve for that very hot water down below. And by adding this surfactant, we change the surface tension, releases the pressure from below, and up shoots the geyser. So I'll pop that in. Now, before you all go, ooh, it's not a real geyser, it still would erupt without us adding the surfactant. It has a cycle of somewhere between 24 to 72 hours. So very slowly, that very hot water from below will heat that cooler water above till the pressure equalised naturally, and up would come the geyser. So by using the surfactant, we just get to time it nicely and everyone gets to see it. Now it is quite hard to tell how long it takes for the main eruption after we add it. It can be about sort of 1 to 3 minutes, or it can be up to about 10 minutes. So I vary my speech accordingly and run away if I have to. I'll still try and talk quite slowly and clearly because there's a number of Australians in the audience today. We have to make sure that you guys all understand. We love you, really. The geyser was first discovered in the late 1800s by prisoners from New Zealand's first open prison farm, which was based over here on my right. The prisoners were employed clearing the local land for forestry, and also with upkeep of local paths and roads. But as you can imagine, that was a fairly dirty job, so they would come down here and wash their clothes and themselves in the hot pools and hot streams around here. In those days, the geyser cone was a lot lower, about sort of this sort of height, so it was like a small hot spring in among the rocks. So the prisoners put in their clothes, added the soap, and much to their surprise, they sparked an eruption, their clothes shot skywards, and they all scrambled off into the bush here. When they finally got back here, they thought they'd have a bit more fun with the geyser and increase the pressure. So they added the basic rocks around here, and over the last 100 years, the silica that's in the water beneath us has coated those rocks and given us the distinctive cinder cone shape. The geyser is named after Lady Constance Knox. She was the daughter of the then Governor of New Zealand, Lord Ranfurly. He was down visiting the area in 1903, and Lady Knox came down here, christened the geyser, and soaked it herself. It's been soaked daily now since the 1930s. So the last 80 or so years, and it's still playing as strong now as it did then. The geyser normally plays for anything between about 30 minutes to about an hour, but the initial eruption is normally the highest and strongest. So hopefully today a good 10 to 15 metres, she then dies down but continues playing at varying heights for the next hour or so. If you have any other questions about the geyser, please ask myself or any of us back at the visitor centre. I'm very happy to answer all your questions. Looks like I should be making a move. I hope you enjoy the geyser and the rest of your holidays. Thank you. Start building up more and more. And it'll start to rumble a little bit more as well.
我已经去到天上了。
那很强，水在这里，水在这里。
这个烟太香了。哦，这个烟真的很香。
那你往下靠一下，加车。好久哦。对，要到那边，这边都被烟遮住了，到那边就可以。
烟你去吃啊？那个哪一个？